Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are listening and tuning in from. I am author, coach, speaker, facilitator of She's Purposeke. Many know me by Key Andrea Ragland. I want to thank you tonight for joining She's Purposeke channel. I want you all to do me a favor. I want you all to share this channel tonight. I want you to like, love, share, because we are here as we always do to celebrate another sister, another female author, woman in business, entrepreneur, mother. Again, as we come on, we like to celebrate. So let's celebrate her. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Ew.
Yeah, so we just we love to set the vibe and bring the energy in the room. And if you are watching this later, I want you to put replay. I want you to comment. I want you to be engaged. So I am author, coach, speaker, Key Andrea Ragland. She's Purposeke. I work with Christian professional women who are stuck, helping them to identify limiting beliefs. I help them also to bring clarity to their purpose. As a burnout coach, I also help to bring balance to burnout. So we are not bringing work home and home, bringing again taking work to home and home problems to work, right? And so we just want to be able to recognize those early signs of burnout. We want the same energy that we take to work and be productive. We want to also bring that same energy home to our families and be productive, right? We want to be able to love, walk in peace, walk in happiness. And as you see below on my screen, I am about faith, family, career, and business. And many of the women that I bring on, and many of the women that I work with, they are parallelpreneurs. So they understand what it means to walk in faith. They understand what it means to work. And once you clock out from your 8 to 5, you still got more work to do. You got to come home to family and work, right? And then guess what? Sometimes we laying our children down, we taking care of our families, and then what? We still working because we got to operate our business in our ministries. And so we always on the go. But guess what? We love what we do. As I always encourage people, love what you do and do what you love. So enough about She's Purposeke, but you can continue to follow us on She's Purposeke Facebook, YouTube, and Key Andrea, author and coach Key Andrea Ragland on LinkedIn. And I want to take this opportunity to bring forth Latoya Jackson, and we're going to welcome her. So yes, come on in, author Latoya Jackson, and tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
I am Latoya Jackson. I am from Springfield, Tennessee. I'm a wife. I'm a mother of two sons, and I have one grandbaby. She's 19 months, spoiling her. And the women and who I serve is women that's trying and want to overcome brokenness and fear, and to really find that love and peace that's deep within. Because some women, it's they don't know how, to find the love and peace within. So I'm here to serve those women to actually just dig deep and find the love and peace within.
Awesome, awesome. And so when it comes to, well, let me go back. Let me back up. So as an author, when did you first start writing, and what inspired you to write?
Oh wow. Well, I started writing in 2020, but I wrote it down in my journal in 2018 that I wanted to write a book.
Oh, wow.
And that was due to my past. And never thought that it would come to pass. Never thought that I would manifest writing a book. And when my life coach reached out to me and she's like, "Your story is amazing." She's like, "Do you want to share your story?" I prayed about it. I thought about it. I was like, "Let me think about it." And when I went back and I looked, that's why I wrote this down in 2018. So I started writing in 2020. And since then, I've been writing books. I'm a 4-time best-selling author. I wrote my own journal, and I'm working on a second journal right now as we speak. And I've helped several other authors become authors as well. And it's just been a passion. I never thought that there would be something that I would be doing, is calling myself an author, writing books. And it's something that I truly love, and something that I wrote down in my journal in 2018. And here I am.
You've been going ever since. Right, right.
Yeah.
And so, but it started, you said you was working with your coach. You was working with the coach, and then you kind of got pulled in from there. Yes. So
And
it's
I had
really,
wrote
go
it.
ahead.
I had already wrote it 2 years prior. I'm like, wow. And I look back and I'm like, I spoke that in 2018. And
Yes.
it was in 2020 during the pandemic, when a lot of people were still, and, she like, I think you should share your story. And just, started from there.
Right, right, right. Okay, so if you could sum up, so when it comes, I always like to challenge people when it comes to our mission. The very thing that really just keep us going every single day. So if you could sum up, when it comes to your mission, when it comes to your passion, your purpose, that thing that really keeps you going every single day, keep you showing up every single day, what would that be? What would that mission be?
Helping other women overcome brokenness and fear.
All
And
right.
coming from behind the mask. My mission is to help those other women to find themselves and to really come behind that mask, because I wore a mask for so long. I painted on the smile for so many years. And so many women, we hide behind so many things. But my mission is just to get out in the world. And I want to be, that's my mission is, and my purpose is, I know my purpose is speaking, but I know that my mission is helping other women to find the love and peace within. And if I could just help everybody, but I know that I won't be able to help everybody, but if I can just reach so many women to okay, let go, come from behind the mask, dig deep, find the love and peace within, overcome those fears, the setbacks, the rejections, and sometimes we feel like life is over when we go through divorce and heartbreak and, fear. And sometimes that can set us back from a lot of things. And that was me. And I'm just now finding myself in in the pandemic in 2021. Even though I wrote my story in 2020, I wasn't fully there yet. So it took me another year to actually find the confidence in myself. And I want to help other women to find the confidence in themselves. So I just know that my mission is just to be out there to help those other women to find themselves, to love themselves, have peace. And it's nothing like having a peace of mind. It's nothing like it. So I just want to be able to help those women to overcome the brokenness and the fear.
Yes. And speaking of that brokenness and then that fear and finding ourselves, I would like us to talk a little bit about one of your books. So I'm going to bring it up, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it. And I want you to support author Latoya tonight. So I want you to go to her Amazon link. The link is actually in the comments. So I want you to go to Amazon. I want you to purchase her book. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this Women of Peace. Love yourself. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. So I realized that this is an anthology of finding love and peace within. So can you kind of talk a little bit more about this book when it comes to loving yourself, when it comes to finding love and peace within? And I like to kind of point out keywords. So some words seem to be, we understand finding. But in this book, as you have collaborated with many women, help us to understand, one, what it means to find love and find peace within, what it means to actually overcome. And I know there's, other ladies in the book, but, as a visionary, when you thought about this project, what it is that you really wanted to encourage the ladies or even men that may get their hands on this book to walk away with.
As women and men, sometimes we look for other things, in love. We go to, our jobs, finding the spouse or wanting to be in a relationship. But a lot of people don't know that love starts within ourselves. And we got to first love ourselves. And that was me. I put everything before me, put myself last, didn't have the confidence, didn't have the love, didn't, self-care, self-love, all that, didn't even know anything about it. And, just, finding that love and peace within. And it was just something that I know that I needed. And then God spoke to me. He was like, you being a coach, you being a writer, and you speaking, And he like, you're not healed. So I had to take a step back to really realize that I first gotta love myself. And so that's what, I want women and men to realize that, we go out here, we look for love, we're trying to look for love, we be in the wrong relationships, we marry the wrong person, and it's all right here. And sometimes if we just wait and just find the love and peace within ourselves. And for me, that was something that I knew that I needed in my life was peace. I found the love. The love came first after my divorce, and it was a kind of a terrible, horrible divorce many years ago, over 18 years ago, and went through another relationship, dating a guy in prison. And I'm like, okay, I know this is not me. I know that there's more God want me to do in life. And still thinking that I had everything complete, everything. And I was like, this ain't it. So when I wasn't looking for love, God he sent me the right man. I'm remarried. And still I knew that I needed the love, to love myself. And I just dug a little deeper in 2019. Then when I reached out to become a life coach in 2020, and then that's when I started to really find out about self-care, self-love, and putting myself first. But I really didn't find myself in confidence, and the love really within myself was until 2021. And the peace came before. The peace came in 2016 when I prayed about it. It was always some chaos or something going on. I'm like, this ain't it. But it's nothing like having a peace of mind. And one day I went to a women conference, and I had already been praying. The lady spoke over me, and she was like, you need peace in your life. And this lady had never spoken to me a day in my life. And from that day, God has given me peace. I'm like, my growth, everything. And sometimes we put fear last, and we go to everybody else for feedback. We go to men and women for feedback. But for me, it's like, Toy, you have overcome a lot. I found the love, I found the peace within, and it's nothing like having the two together. Oh my gosh. It's nothing like having the love and the peace, and like I said, it's already within us. We just got to dig deep. Sometimes, like, as I just said, women and men, we go to other things for love, our jobs, women, men, we just go to the wrong things, for the love, and all we got to do is just first love ourselves, and everything else will come.
Yeah, and I know I used to say, I remember there was a season in my life where I went crying to my mom because I was kind of doing the same thing. I was kind of dating the wrong type of men. Finding what I would say, one day I just broke down crying, and she was like, "What are you crying for?" And I was like, "I just keep finding love in all the wrong places." So, but yeah, it was kind of like finding love in all the wrong places, and even with that. It was an empty void. A lot of times, like, you crave something, and once you get that thing, you still not filled. You want, like, you want more, or you still feel incomplete. You still feel half empty. And so so we gotta. I always say, go back to your first love, and that's God, because God is love.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to go back to our first love, and so he's going to show us how to love ourselves.
Yes.
When we find true love in him, we ain't gotta be looking for love in other people, in other places, in other things, because guess what? Guess who's going to heal us and make us whole? He is. Our wholeness is in him, right?
Yes.
And so when we understand that our wholeness is in him, our being is in him. Ooh. We the one. He said he's always here. He's always there.
Yes,
always there. We are the ones who run and escape. But we got to come back to our first love, because he knew us before the womb. He know every strand of hair on our head.
All of it.
All of it. He see what you don't want him to see. He see your mess before you even talk about your mess.
Yep.
Right? So we got to return back to our first love.
We do.
And once I understood that alone, listen, that was for me, and I know everyone look at it in different ways, but that was that right there alone would calm the storm.
Yes.
It calmed all of the anxiousness, I feel like, only this man can, please me or whatever. Trying to work all the different jobs or just trying to find yourself. We looking at all these different places just to find ourselves.
Yes.
But if we can just understand that, go back to your creator.
Yes.
Because like you was talking about purpose. He created us all with a purpose.
Yes.
We all are here for a reason. It may be it may look different for everyone. But I'm really even big on we're talking about collaboration. We're talking about teamwork. You're talking about the members of the body. Everybody. We have gifts. We have talents. We have skill, and that's all for us to work together as a kingdom to build together. No one can do it alone.
Yes.
But what we got to do is we're not alone. We're not alone. He doesn't want us to feel alone. And even when it comes to a place of loneliness, or feeling like we're talking about, we haven't talked about it, but when it comes to just love and loving each other and understanding that he is love, he's a friend to the friendless, right? A father to the fatherless, a mother to the motherless. So he wants us to understand that we are never alone, right? He's always there. So, as we move forward in this, I also noticed that you are a speaker. So I know you talked a little bit about, some of the things from the book. But as a speaker, when you're speaking to women, give us a couple of key points when it comes to pushing them through and overcoming things.
Some things that I speak about and that I tell women. I had a woman reach out to me last night and ask me, could I be her coach? And I'm like, yes. And I'm in my 40s. I'm 45. I'll be 46 in a couple weeks, the Lord's will. And she's in her 50s. And she was like, you inspire me. She was like, you push me. And she like, can you be my coach? Can you help me? Because some women being in their 50s and 60s still don't know their purpose. They still don't know that they got a lot of things within them. The visions, the talent, and, she reached out to me last night and I'm like, wow, like, yeah, sure. And she was like, I never, this is something I've been wanting to do since I was young, and I never had nobody to push me, to tell me. But like I tell a lot of women, the greatness is already within us. And I just want those women to keep pushing for the greatness, asking God for clarity on what their purpose is, their passion, because like I tell people all the time, and I tell women, it's already within us. And, and people are like, well, you speak, you write, and you do events and you cater. And, this is something that I never thought that I would be doing any of it, because I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out my 11th grade year. And people are like, you're writing books? I'm like, yeah, I'm writing books. And I went back many, many years ago. But as I overcame some things, God told me, he said, you're enough. You're worthy. He said, you're more capable. You're more smarter than you think you are. He's telling me you're brilliant. And these are the things that I thought that I was not good enough for. I didn't think I was smart enough to speak. I didn't think that I was good enough to speak. And God just told me, like I said, within the pandemic, that you are enough. You are someone. And he told me that, one of my gifts is to help those women to find the greatness within themselves, and, to unlock that gift that you have with that key. You can find your greatness. And a lot of women feel like, well, I done got too old. You're never too old to start. So that's one of my missions is to help those women to find their greatness, their passion, their purpose, and then to just get around the right women, staying motivated, staying focused, staying prayed up. And something that I learned also within the last few years is speaking affirmations and speaking daily and praying daily, which is something I've always done was praying, but then speaking affirmations daily of the things that I want, the things that I know that I am, telling myself that I am strong, that I am capable, I am worthy. And, I just want women to know that the greatness is already in you. And sometimes it may take a little bit longer than others. Like this woman reached out to me yesterday and she's in her 50s. And she like, I never knew what I wanted to do, And she like, you inspire me. And I'm like, wow, like you never know what somebody's going through. You never know who you're going to inspire just by speaking and opening your mouth and actually just sharing your story, because your story is actually going to help someone else to overcome.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for sharing it so much. And I know you were saying you are enough. I typed in the comment, and I want you women, as you watch this replay, I want you to type it, put it in the comment, and tell yourself that you are enough, that you are strong, and that you are worthy. So that, like she said, you have to speak life over yourself, right? And so, as a coach, and as a coach, so she's an author and she's a speaker. She also do catering. So you all, I want you to follow her, but we got a little bit more time. But we're gonna talk a little bit about her, some of her coaching services as well. And I know one of the things that we also hear is we have love and peace and overcoming.
Mm-hmm.
So in the overcoming, when it comes to you as a coach, what does overcoming mean? And also for those who come in have an encounter with you as a coach, and when they come to your sessions, when it comes to the end result, what is it that you would like to see them walk away with, or what change would you like to see in those that you work with?
Having that confidence to even take the first step to actually want to be healed, want to overcome the brokenness, the fears, the setbacks. I've seen a lady that is a part of my anthology had went to therapists. She said the therapist was not able to help. I'm like, me? So she I talked to her earlier today as well. And she's a sweet lady, but I'm sitting here thinking like just little old me, like I helped you overcome some things. So, and she spoke about that on one of our lives that we had, shared our book and everything, about, I got the book here. Actually, she talked about it in one of our lives, and she was like, no one was able to help her, and just by listening to me and sharing my story helped her overcome some things, start a new business and everything. So that's my thing. I just want women to walk away with confidence and knowing that they are somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and they are beautiful, and that you can be who you want to be, and it's never too late to start.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I went back and got my GED in 2011. I'm a high school dropout. And I just want women and even men to even know that sometimes when we feel like that we're not enough and like I'm not smart enough, like me, I started my business many years ago. I had no money and no inventory. And God has blessed me, and I've helped women to start a business. And I just want them to know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I've had so many women come to me and tell me that I inspired them, that I helped them start a business just by listening to me, just by hearing my side of my story of what I went through. And I even, had women come to me and told me that they found love because they let the old relationship go,
Mm-hmm.
because being in a abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And, me, I wasn't looking, and women like, girl, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking for a husband. And I'm in this relationship now, listening to your story, and you helped me overcome things. I just had this conversation at one of my meetings back in in August. And one of the ladies said, well, are you helping women with addiction? I never been on drugs, but I was like, I would help anybody. If it's something that I can help anybody with, I would help them, coach them through it. And, she's like, well, how can you help women that's been on drugs if you have never been on drugs? And I was like, well, I mean, I'm an overcomer. I overcame some things. I overcome brokenness. And I was like, God will lead me. If those women come to me, even those men come to me and ask me if I can help them overcome this, I will be able to do that. And I will help coach them through some things. I'm just so glad that the last few women that I helped have overcome some things, started businesses. I have one lady that's putting her self-care before anything. And this lady has lost over 60 pounds. And when I tell you, she looks amazing. Even myself, I started out at 291. I'm down to 238. So I've helped women overcome losing.
Yes.
I help coach them, stand on the right path. And one of my daily things that I say every day is to stay focused. Focus is the key.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just stay focused and prayed up, and we can overcome, a lot of things. If you have the right mentor, the right coach, and as I say also, if you can stay around the positive people, because you will have those people who will come in and try to tell you and lead you and like, no, but I tell people, we can't take advice from everybody. But my thing is, if we get the right mentors and the right coaches that can help you overcome and find the greatness within, and all you gotta do is just unlock it. You already got the key to do it. You already
Yes.
got the key.
right. Yep, that's right. So, listen, you all. I want you all to get connected to Latoya Jackson. I want you, Latoya, to let the people know where they can follow you. Even I know I have shared the Amazon link in the comments, and but still tell them if there are other, like your website or any other platform that they can connect with you, purchase your book. I know you have, I know we highlighting one of your books, and I know you have several other books.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and share with your audience tonight.
Yes, y'all can follow me on Facebook. My personal page is Latoya Carr Jackson. That's my Facebook page. I also have a women's group on Facebook called Women of Peace. Hashtag WOP WOP. It's a private group. You can see me, invite there. Try to, I had to accept you into the link there. I'm on IG as I am Latoya Jackson, and that's under my events. And then I have It's Latoya Jackson on IG, and then that's my natural brand, my natural treatments. I have a lash line, and you can follow me there as well. Also, then too, you can just follow me, TikTok. And then too, I always DM people my website and things like that, because my website is under construction and everything like that. Because I am rebranding, so that's why my website is under contract, under construction.
Awesome,
Mhm.
awesome. And so, listen, you all, when it comes to overcoming, understand, as she have said, it's never too late. It's
No.
never too late to push the reset button. Push the reset button. Don't, to position yourself to no longer sit in darkness, but to say yes to the lights again. Where
Mhm.
you was once motivated, where you couldn't nobody. We always we unstoppable, right? And we used to be so motivated, so excited. If we had to do it alone, we would do it alone, right?
Mhm.
Especially when it comes to our success. And I
Yes.
know for me, as a faith, purpose, and burnout coach, helping people to move from stress to success, I always, ask, what do success mean to you, right?
Yes.
Because you can have all the money in the world,
Yeah.
and you still don't feel like you got enough. You're not, you don't feel like you're successful, right? So success for some people can mean peace, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So success for some people can mean just to be able to love them again. And
Uh-huh.
loving you again sometimes require you to say no to people.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all, I will all speak for myself, have found ourselves, being people pleasers. Not
Yes.
only that, you love hard. You love hard for your family, and I don't regret it at all. I don't regret the sacrifices that I have made for my family, but there comes a place and there comes a time where you have to take care of you.
Really.
You gotta, how you can't take care of others if you don't make time to take care of you.
Mm.
You gotta set that schedule, and and say nope. I listen, if it's just going to a hair appointment, or it's just going for me to take a walk to be able to breathe and reset. That's booked in. I have an appointment already. That's
Uh,
my yes. That's my yes.
as I'm listening to you talk, and that's what I wrote in my book, in my chapter. And my chapter was finding me was the best part, but it's something that I learned, and this was just in the last year or so. I say the last 2 years. I had to stop people pleasing, and this in my chapter.
Woo, listen.
So there was all confirmation. And then something that I heard Bishop talk about, and he was like, if it's something that you're doing and you get burnt out on it, it was never your purpose, it was never your passion. And I just heard you say that. And a lot of that is in the book. And this is my first interview with you, and I don't know if you have read the book, but when I tell you it's already in here. I talk
Amen.
people pleasing. That was something that I had to let go of. Is like, stop people pleasing. You can't fit in everywhere. And as I was just listening to you, I'm like, wow, this is confirmation.
Amen. That's spirit led.
Yes. Oh my God.
Spirit led. So listen,
Wow.
ladies, gentlemen, we just want you all to be healed. be healed and be whole again, right? Be whole again. And so with that being said, I want you all again to get connected to author Latoya Jackson. I want you to click the link in the comments, and I want you to go to Amazon, purchase her book. I want you to share it. Maybe you know someone that's in a place, right? And they struggling right now. And you may have just said to them, it's time for you to love yourself again. It's time for you to find that peace and that joy and that happiness in your life again, right? And so now take a second step. Take a second step and sow a seed into their life, and so or purchase the book and give it to them. And take it to them. That again, the Lord is moving. The Lord moves through us as individual. He uses people. So I just I'm just at a place right now where I feel in my spirit. I don't know why I'm saying it, but it's time for you, whoever is listening to this broadcast, whoever's listening to this channel today, is wholeness. I hear wholeness. You can't give from your cup anymore. You keep pouring into the wrong places.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it again. Wholeness. If you're in that place where you know that you just you just can't give anymore. I want you to connect not only with author, speaker, coach Latoya Jackson, but I want you to take another step. And let me just say this: take that next step and return back to your first love.
Yes.
And that's Jesus the Christ.
Yep.
And then I want you to take another step. And if you love to read, Latoya, do your book have like journal sections or prompt questions? It does. I know journaling helps us. So even reading her book and journaling and just a dialogue, and I like to just do a brain dump. Sometimes we just gotta cancel those things out that we no longer want to see.
Yes.
And speak life into what we want to see. It's gonna come to pass.
Yes.
Right? And so it's time for you to shift. No longer are you stuck in a place of darkness anymore. It's time for you to walk in light. Old things have passed away. Behold, new things are happening right now. And I want you to receive that.
Yes.
And think about your rearview mirror. When we're looking in the rearview mirror, we see what behind us. When we're looking through that windshield, it's so much greater. It's so much bigger. There's so much more we have access to, and so many things and places and spaces that we it's there for us.
Yes.
We just gotta open our minds. Just open it up again. Stop. You done look. You take the blindfolds off. Stop locking yourself in the box.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we just thank you all for listening to us tonight. And we hope and pray that we touch somebody. We just with a word. Sometimes all you need is just a word. All you need is just a touch. All you need is just a prompt of inspiration and encouragement for you to move. But in order for you to move, guess what? It takes action. So you can listen, but you also have to move. You got to take action. So take action. Get connected with someone and somebody so you can walk into your greater, whatever that greater is that God has for you. That way you can receive that peace that's past your understanding. These doors are going to start opening for you. Just you start to knock. The door shall be open. Seek, and you shall find. Right? You're going to start, things are going to start blowing your mind because you took action. You took a move of faith. And sometimes all it takes is a small mustard seed of faith. So just move. Don't stay in a place where you're not happy. You deserve so much more greater. God come that we have life and live life more abundantly. I believe it's us that set the limitations on ourselves. You was talking about the key. He already gave us the key. He already gave us access.
Yes.
So we just thank you all tonight. I just feel the spirit moving. Whoever is listening, whoever this is for tonight, today, this afternoon, wherever you are, God bless you. And Latoya, is there anything else that you would like to say or would like to add before we end this broadcast tonight?
Just thank you again for having me on your platform, sharing my story, part of my story, and talking about my book, finding yourself, finding love and peace within. I really do appreciate that, and and I'm just here to help those women to overcome, the brokenness, the fear. A lot of women have low self-esteem, and this book, it's 7 of us in this book, and when I tell you each story is amazing, it's going to help someone. I mean, the book is amazing. So just not my story, but when you read the book, I was in awe. I done read the book twice.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Awesome. So I'm gonna share the screen one more time with the book. And so you all, I want you to go grab this on Amazon. And yeah, women of peace, love yourself, finding love and peace within. And I'm gonna read a little bit of it. Says this book is to help women overcome brokenness and fear. Women hide behind so many masks. It is time to love yourself fully and come from behind the mask. Latoya Jackson, and the other authors are sharing their stories of real life experiences. These women have overcome broken promises, broken hearts, broken friendships, broken families, fear, and low esteem. Now they are on a new road to recovery. New. Somebody say new. Yes, they're on a new road to recovery and a new journey called living life again. Somebody say that, living life again. Come on now, as they discover the love and peace within. And so listen, you all, grab your copy. And thank you, author
Thank you.
Latoya Jackson, for joining She's Purposeke tonight. You all, I'm going to bless you, and I'm going to ask you to continue to follow She's Purposeke channel on Facebook, She's Purposeke, and YouTube, She's Purposeke, on LinkedIn, author and coach Keandria Ragland. You all be blessed.
Thank you.